A nation on edge. The 2024 election. The stakes have never been higher, and the atmosphere is charged with anticipation and anxiety. The 2024 U.S. presidential election is perhaps the most consequential in recent history. The entire world is watching as America decides its future. It's a stark choice between two opposing visions for America. Each candidate represents a different path forward, and the nation is deeply divided. In one corner stands Vice President Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee, who promises unity, progress, and equality. Her campaign is built on the pillars of social justice, healthcare reform, and climate action. In the other, we have former President Donald Trump, the Republican challenger, seeking to reclaim his former glory. His platform focuses on economic revival, strong borders, and a return to traditional values. With just days left until Election Day, the nation holds its breath. Campaigns are in overdrive, and every moment counts as both sides make their final push. The polls show a dead heat. Every vote counts. The tension is palpable. Voters are inundated with information, and the pressure to make the right choice is immense. Americans are weary of the division and the vitriol that has come to define our political landscape. The constant barrage of negative ads and heated debates has taken its toll. They yearn for a leader who will bring them together, not tear them apart. The desire for unity and healing is stronger than ever. Yet, the very foundation of our democracy seems to be hanging by a thread. The outcome of this election will shape the future of the nation for generations to come. The world watches and America waits. Madison Square Garden, New York City, became the epicenter of a political firestorm last night. The iconic venue, known for hosting some of the biggest events in sports and entertainment, was now the stage for a different kind of spectacle. Former President Trump, known for his inflammatory rhetoric, was holding a rally, his final stand in the Big Apple. His speeches, often filled with controversial statements, drew a massive crowd eager to hear his latest proclamations. The atmosphere was electric, charged with a fervent energy that only a Trump rally can generate. Supporters waved flags and banners, chanting slogans and showing their unwavering support for the former president. But amidst the cheers and the chants, something sinister emerged from the crowd. The excitement quickly turned to tension as differing opinions clashed. As Trump railed against immigration, a group of his supporters began to hurl racist insults at a small group of protesters waving Puerto Rican flags. The protesters, standing their ground, became the target of the crowd's anger. "Go back to your island," they shouted, their voices laced with venom. "You're not real Americans." The hostility in the air was palpable, creating a volatile situation. The scene turned ugly, marring what was supposed to be a celebration of Trump's candidacy. What began as a political rally quickly descended into chaos, highlighting the deep divisions within the crowd and the country as a whole. The night ended with a sense of unease, leaving many to wonder about the future of political discourse in America. The morning after the Trump rally, the nation awoke to a barrage of news coverage and social media outrage about the incident. Vice President Harris, never one to shy away from confronting injustice, issued a swift and powerful condemnation of the racist attacks. Speaking at a campaign event in Detroit, she didn't mince words. "What we witnessed in New York last night was not just appalling. It was un-American," Harris declared, her voice filled with righteous anger. "Puerto Ricans are Americans. They are our brothers and sisters, and they deserve our respect and our solidarity." She went on to call for unity and understanding, urging Americans to reject the politics of hate and division. The condemnation of the racist incident at the Trump rally was swift and widespread. Politicians from both sides of the aisle, civil rights organizations, and ordinary citizens took to social media and the airwaves to express their disgust and outrage. The hashtag #PuertoRicans trended nationwide. Many called for Trump to personally apologize for the behavior of his supporters and to unequivocally condemn racism and xenophobia. Some even went so far as to demand that he drop out of the race altogether. The pressure mounted on the Trump campaign to address the growing crisis. Section 5. Trump campaign denies responsibility, but the damage is done. The Trump campaign, in typical fashion, went on the defensive. They released a statement condemning all forms of bigotry, but stopped short of taking any responsibility for the actions of the rally attendees. They attempted to deflect blame, suggesting that the incident was staged by the radical left to make Trump look bad. However, their attempts at damage control rang hollow. The images of Trump supporters spewing hatred and bigotry spoke volumes. The incident served as a stark reminder of the dangers of Trump's divisive rhetoric and his willingness to exploit racial tensions for political gain. Section 6. Puerto Rican voters, a deciding force in a tight race. The racist incident at the Trump rally has brought the issue of Puerto Rican voters to the forefront of the 2024 election. Puerto Ricans are American citizens, yet they are often treated as second-class citizens, their contributions to American society overlooked, and their voices marginalized. Florida, a key battleground state with a large Puerto Rican population, could very well decide the outcome of the election. How Puerto Rican voters respond to the racist attacks at the Trump rally could determine whether Trump or Harris wins the White House. Section 7. Social justice takes center stage. The 2024 election is about more than just the economy or healthcare. It's about the very soul of America. It's about whether we will be a nation that embraces diversity and equality, or one that succumbs to fear and division. The Black Lives Matter movement, the fight for LGBTQ+ rights, the struggle for immigrant justice, these are not just abstract political issues. They are about the fundamental rights and freedoms of millions of Americans, and they are on the ballot in 2024. Section 8. The Ghost of 2016. Will racism and division tip the scales again? The specter of the 2016 election looms large over the 2024 race. Many Americans are still reeling from Trump's unexpected victory, a victory fueled in part by his appeals to racism, xenophobia, and white grievance. The question on everyone's mind, could it happen again? The answer is a resounding yes. Trump has shown no indication that he is willing to abandon the divisive tactics that brought him to power. In fact, he seems to be doubling down on them. The only way to prevent history from repeating itself is to defeat him at the polls. Section 9. The Future of America. What's at stake in the final days? As we hurtle towards Election Day, the stakes have never been higher. The future of American democracy, the very fabric of our society, hangs in the balance. Will we choose unity or division, hope or fear, love or hate? The choice is ours. We, the people, have the power to decide the course of our nation. We must not let fear, apathy, or cynicism keep us from exercising that power. Our voices must be heard. Our votes must be counted. Section 10. A call to action. Your vote, your voice. This is a pivotal moment in our history, a time when every single vote carries immense weight and significance. This is not the time for complacency. We cannot afford to be passive observers in the face of challenges that threaten our democracy. This is not the time to sit on the sidelines. Our participation is crucial. Our engagement is necessary. The 2024 election is a call to action, a summons to defend the very ideals upon which this nation was founded. It is a moment to reaffirm our commitment to liberty, justice, and equality for all. We must channel our outrage into action. Our voices must be heard. Our votes must be counted. We must mobilize our communities. We must reach out to our neighbors, our friends, and our families, encouraging them to exercise their right to vote. We must vote like our lives depend on it, because in many ways they do. The future of our nation, the future of our children, hinges on our collective action. Every vote is a testament to the enduring power of democracy. It is a declaration that we believe in the principles of freedom and equality. Every vote is a rejection of hatred and bigotry. It is a stand against the forces that seek to divide us. Every vote is a step towards a more just and equitable future. It is a commitment to building a society where everyone has a fair chance. Let us rise to this moment. Let us embrace our responsibility as citizens. Let us make our voices heard. Let us ensure that our message of hope and unity resonates across the nation. Let us vote for the America we believe in, an America that stands for justice, equality, and the enduring promise of democracy. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more trending news.